A conversation just happened between Monica Long and someone else, and there is a great new movie that you should watch. I've also got more information from Monica Long, who is the head of Ripple. You must pay attention to what she has to say. Play this video right now, shall we? It looks like things are going to get much worse this year, don't they? In other words, 21 of them have been called back or rolled back in the last week or two. And it seemed like only minutes later, the CEOs of Kaz's Bank of America were saying, we're all in. These are the companies that worked with Kaz in the beginning, for example, when they were creating the payment option that was, can you only get it through the chat software? These are the companies we work with at the start, like when we were making the payment option that could only be used with the message software. Something people have said about Ripple and Bank of America is definitely funny to hear. To put it simply, it's rubbish. The leader of Ripple recently made a public comment that can be summed up as follows. Hey, you should know that we've been working with Bank of America the whole time. We have rights with them that include XProp, and Bank of America wants to use this information. If I had to guess, I would say that Bank of America uses Ripple for more than just international transactions. Are you saying that they are also looking into ways to tokenize value and store it on the Ripple chain? If so, I bet that they are also using Ripple customization to allow Bank of America to offer custodial solutions to their customers. We've worked with these types of banks for a long time, and it's not acceptable in this day and age for there to be a lack of openness and even hostility toward using these assets and this technology because it's risky. On the other hand, if I had to choose, I would say that this is not the best way to handle the situation. Take a look into the future. It looks like this year will be very different. Also, I can say that the tone and message of the conversations we've had with banks since November about the possibility of becoming reserve banks, transaction banking partners for the stable coin, or a payments company have taken a different direction. It happened very quickly, and it's good to see that Ripple was ready for these talks with their allies and financial institutions. Many of them were putting it off until the rules were clear and officials gave them the information they needed. They are now waiting for Congress to make the rules that govern the United States in this case. I think that financial institutions would definitely wait for that to happen before starting to offer crypto. They would probably wait for the rules to be set up, to put it simply. To be honest, I'm not really sure about that, but it makes sense because if you are a bank or any other type of financial institution, the last thing you want is to spend millions of dollars on infrastructure and build it into your bank only for regulations to come along and say things that make the infrastructure you spent millions of dollars on possibly not be good enough or not working at all. There may be some things in the regulations that your bank did not consider, expect to be included in the rules. There is a chance that the bank won't be able to give its people access to cryptocurrency because of some language in the rules. I think banks will wait because right now, this is Monica Long talking about buying the secret road. While she's talking, I've played this video clip before and it's great. Right now, it's related to Ripple's bigger plan. So let me act as a broker who is not connected with Bing Prime. I'm really excited about the secret road, and given how things are now, I think it would be a great idea we could build the infrastructure for blockchain technology if we work together with them. I mean, they make almost $330 trillion a year. They have a lot of money, more than $100 million of like risk capital by using our balance sheet. This helps them grow their business quite quickly. To believe a question needs to be asked of you, maybe not in that context, since Ripple is very liquid and has other assets. Before that, I don't think I ever understood that part. Wow. Hidden Row, the top broker, can now handle more deals, take on more work, and get more customers. That's pretty cool. You can start to see it. Hidden Row grows to include the United Arab Emirates and other places around the world. Just imagine where Ripple will be in 6, 12, or 18 months. To take this to the next level, more businesses could join the partnership or be bought out. Right now, the market is doing well, but I need to ask you about an IPO. Brad has told me that once the problems with the SEC are fixed, we can start thinking about the possibility of an IPO. Ripple has a lot of cash on hand, billions of dollars worth, so they don't have to worry about going public. Right now, they're in a great position. They're in a state of acquisition, and their main goal is to grow the business. It's clear that they don't want to go public, especially since the market isn't sure whether it will go up or down. The US economy and the economies around the world are going through a lot of exciting things that Ripple isn't interested in. They are also able to do more than they would be able to. If they were a publicly traded company, I think they know that the chances of you seeing it soon are very low. You also know Monica Long to some degree, so I'm just going to add this to the text for your convenience. Those who want to read about her story will find it quite interesting. And I also think she would be a great leader for Ripple. If you want to look at this, I will make a note of it in the text, but I also have this tape from Monica Long. When Ripple connects banks to the XP system, it will store all of the money that is transferred. There is a good chance that already existing organizations like banks will be able to set up a direct banking system way to connect to the blockchain. There needs to be a certain amount of connective tissue in that area, which is exactly what we offer. This is what it means to integrate in order to send and receive money from the real world, from the government, and from individual assets. There is a ramp on one side and safe custody and off ramps on the other. It offers stable coins and even services for institutions to tokenize assets. It also offers other services, or to put it another way, it gives them the basic services they need. As you may already know, the company was started by 3 employees who made the expert ledger we were talking about. That it's important to come up with use cases that take advantage of the high level of speed of expert systems. There is a good chance that this ledger has the services I'm talking about and how financial companies would use them. I'd like to start by asking you a question. Ripple let people send money across international borders. Once they got into that region, they pretty much took control of it. After that, they used digital currency issued by the national bank. Once they got in, they were shown how to use the equipment. It was a move to stable currency for them. Do you know where the next region is? All right, now you have a great broker. What are the next steps that Ripple will take to approach something methodically and create technology that will be used by a lot of people to connect the DeFi area to the CeFi area? I'd like to know more about how you think it would be really helpful. Tell me in the comments that you should also click the like button. If you've made it this far, then you know that your help has made the station better. We are getting very close to having 100,000 members.